Beautiful autumn night here at Delran, Joseph H. Nacy Stadium. Delran won the toss. They have elected to defer. Palmyra will receive. There was a little bit of a wind a couple hours ago, but it's died down. Take a look at Delran head coach Pete Miles. Also the coach of the girls basketball team. They were the state champions in 1995.
And of course, Miles done a great job here. You already pointed out in the pregame that last year was their only season that was not a winning one. They hope to turn that around, make everybody believe it's just an aberration. 94, they won the Burlington County League in their division, and in 92, the Group 2 championship in the state. Miles, been around 7 years now.
26 total years with the program for Bud Maurer, 17 as head coach for Palmyra.
Of course, he spent a lot of time as an assistant, then got the shot at the head coach. 80 wins, 64 losses, and 4 ties. Had his start down in Tennessee. Went to Memphis State and coached for a year after he graduated in '71 at a high school there. Then came up and assisted for a year at Pemberton. And 8 years at Palmyra as the assistant, and then taking over as the head coach. A couple of experienced guys that love to go head-to-head, Jason.
Ryan Molinaro, who's got a very strong leg, will kick off for Delran. Back deep for Palmyra is Rashawn Hunt, very dangerous. A line drive, end over end kick. It'll be Hunt from the 5. Hunt stumbles, goes right, gets up to about the 15, but he is stopped there. Good special teams by Delran, and Palmyra will take over from there. Led at quarterback by Matt Huber, who begins his first full season as the quarterback for Palmyra. He did start the final 5 games of last year. Greg Grimes was the original starter, but he just broke his thumb. Coaching staff likes what Huber can do, and he will start for the Palmyra Panthers.
And the nice thing about it is it gave him a running back, because behind Huber at quarterback, you'll have Letts, number 44, at fullback, but then expected to go will be Grimes right at the tailback position.
First down from just inside the 15. And the handoff right away.
Eric Brown
going for a little yardage for Eric Brown. Take a look at the backs and receivers. Joe Letts, Greg Grimes, Richard Barth, Rashawn Hunt, the 6'3" wide receiver, and Jose Rios. On the line, Fugere, Harkins, Burkholder, Muller, and Raup.
Not often that an injury could wind up giving you the benefit of having a couple of players wind up as starters. Would have been something if Huber wound up just staying on the bench.
2nd and 7 from the 15. And it gives us to Grimes up the middle.
Grimes up the middle.
He gets 2 or 3. Stop that time.
3 yards.
By Kahana on the defense for Delran. Keith Boyer, Steve Poloskevich, and John Ashton at the line.
John Ashton,
linebackers, Pell, Brown, Sakali, and Trump.
No, from now on, that's going to be Steve P., isn't it, playing at the nose guard position?
For sure.
Yeah.
Umbrell to Joseph, Tucker, and Marino. 3rd and 4, balls on the 15-yard line. Huber wants to throw, and he's got his man for first down yardage at the 31-yard line. That time the catch made by the tight end, Richard Barth, at gain of 13.
Excellent job by Huber, who just came out, read the defense perfectly, as did Barth, the tight end. They found the opening in the seam and was able to just rifle it into him and made the completion right in front of the defensive back. Super job done by Huber to read the defense that time.
A good job by Palmyra not to go 3 and out on their first series. They'll first down now at the 31-yard line. Grimes, the deep man in the eye, and he gets the pitch running right. Going off tackle for a couple. Joe Sakali, I beg your pardon, Joe Sakali who brings him down.
Now, Sakali made that original hit. I'm not sure he's going to get credit, Jason, for the final tackle, but remember, we talked about a 3-4 defensive alignment as we take a look at the defensive coordinator.
Joe Sakali made the stop. Loss of about a half yard. There's a timeout.
So we have a timeout early on, and 2 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. No score. Opening possession for Palmyra. Coming off a 6-3 season. They were 1 win away from the playoffs. Apparently no timeout. It'll be 2nd and 11, called officially a loss of 1. Ball's on the 31-yard line. Again, Grimes in the eye. Hunt is split out to the near side, and he moves. And we're going to have a flag. First penalty. As Rashawn Hunt jumped off the line of scrimmage.
The dead ball foul. Encroachment on the offense.
Fair statement to say he jumped. He did a little more than jump, then he got around 5 yards downfield.
second.
In a hurry.
That's veteran referee Steve Lopez who gives us our signal.
There he goes. He's already out of our picture and gone
We have a green
before anybody even knew what
parking lot.
happened.
Lights on. License plate K, W, 858K.
So that'll set him back 5 yards, called 2nd and 16.
Maurer been around a long time. You wouldn't expect him to try and throw here, maybe go with a screen if he does.
Well, he will throw, and he looks deep down the field looking for Hunt. Double coverage, and it's picked off. A terrific interception made that time. By Quinn Tucker.
Quinn Tucker.
First turnover by either team, and Delran will start with outstanding field possession.
This is what we talk about in terms of not throwing on that long
9-yard line.
down situation, because your defensive backs can just play. Look at this catch, huh? Great job done by Tucker. Tucker made a mistake, you know, before this game. Mistake he made, he took his number that everybody's used to, number 6, that everybody knew him by, and changed to 40. Now he makes a great play like that. Most everybody look around saying who he is. But here's a guy they're going to know, Jeff Johnson, the quarterback, senior, 6 foot, 175 pounds, over 1,000 yards last year passing for 10 TDs. And he's going to really be anxious because he knows that Trump is in the background waiting for his opportunity. They've really used the competition the coaches have between Trump and Johnson in the preseason to try and keep them maybe moving it up a notch or two.
Johnson's the lefty, Trump is the righty. Johnson, as you said, over 1,000 yards last year. He's got a very quick release. Take a look at the interception one more time, Mike. Unbelievable play.
You don't do it much better than that. Outstanding play. He's going to love that one. Has a chance to get a videotape of this game.
That's highlight film material.
Mm-hmm.
And he made that interception in midfield.
And a quarterback for the Bears, number 7, Jeff Johnson.
So Delran starts in the I. It's Mahan as the deep back. First down from the 50, and it's Mahan, and he's tripped up behind the line of scrimmage.
Tackled at the line of scrimmage. And on the stop.
That time the tackle made by Raup. It'll be 2nd and long. Offense for Delran.
Amongst others, in on the stop for Palmyra.
Manny Mahan, Chris Pell, Jeff Crossley's the tight end. Marino and Bourne, 2 smallish wide receivers. McNulty, Ashton Brooks, Sikali, and Pluskowitz, an offensive line that averages 197 pounds. 2nd and 10 from the 50. Again, it's Pell and Mahan in the I. 2 wide receivers left. Johnson's going to throw behind the line of scrimmage. It's a dangerous play. It goes to Bourne, but he doesn't get much.
Number 5, Dave Bourne.
Nice play that time by Rashawn Hunt. The wide receiver also plays defensive back. And there you see the defensive line for Palmyra. Ralph, Harkins, Muller, and Burkholder. Harmon, Piacentini, Hunt, and Grimes in the secondary. Along with Rios, Morehouse, and Colin Birch, the strong safety. So 3rd and long for Delran. No score, 8:26 to go first quarter. 3 wide receivers this time for Johnson. It's Mahan in the slot. Johnson will throw down the sideline, and it's complete. He's got his man, and it's Bourne, and Bourne's got room to run all the way down inside the Palmyra 5-yard line.
Interesting decision here offensively. They went with the 3 receivers to the right-hand side, to the near side, as you had talked about, Jason. And then quarterback Johnson just looks to Bourne on the left side, runs a streak right down the sidelines and beats his defensive man. It's just a question of whether or not he's going to be caught before he gets into the end zone. Finally stopped there by Perkins. Perkins had the great play early. They may have been thinking about, remember how he had reacted quickly on that previous quick pass? This time it gave him a little head fake and then bang on the streak.
So 1st and goal after the 50-yard pass at the 1-foot line. Johnson now in trouble. He's going to be sacked behind the line of scrimmage. Timothy Johnson makes the stop. And that's a 10-yard loss, so a big play for the Palmyra defense.
Well, Coach Miles told us beforehand they were going to throw the ball a lot. I wouldn't have anticipated with 1st and a foot at the right down at that goal line that they would drop the pass, but I guess he's serious when he says he's going to throw a lot. If he's going to throw in that situation, you figure 4 plunges right into the ground. Now he's in a situation where if he's thrown it 1st and a foot for a TD, you'd think for sure he'd be thinking about throwing the football here.
2nd and goal from the 10. Johnson's going to roll. Again in trouble, and this time the ball comes loose. It's down on the ground.
Fumble.
It's a fumble. No official signal just yet, but it is Palmyra ball, so one turnover now for each team. Justin Harkins makes the recovery.
Now, in this situation, remember, you've got a left-handed quarterback getting great pressure.
There's Johnson again.
Now he has to turn in order to release it, and is hit before he can get rid of the football. Harkins reads it well and gets on top. So they stop that charge. Now, do you think they want to go back on that 1st and a foot and rethink that play call?
Pete Miles, I'm sure, would like to have that one back. So Palmyra starts from the 11-yard line, their second possession. No score, 7:14 to go, first quarter.
Takes the wind out of their sails real fast and really pump Palmyra up, you would think.
And this time the pitch going to Grimes. Again, running right, trying to turn the quarter. He's forced out of bounds after about a gain of 3 or 4.
Driven out of bounds.
And I think Delran winds up with a injured player out there, really getting up slow. In fact, not getting up at all. But watch the play. It's going to happen without him even seeing the man come. Oh, look at this hit.
Ooh,
Tough job right there. Chris Pell is still down after that hit. It was perfectly legal. It was above the waist, and the man was turned and looking the other way. Super job done by Hunt. We've already talked about him in terms of the ability to catch the football. But when that wide receiver comes in from the outside, he has to block above the waist, and he must make sure there is no chance of a clip being called. Takes a lot of timing. What's the call?
the Delran trainer on the field is Bill McLaughlin. Let's take a look at the officials. Steve Lopez, the veteran. Joe Darnell, Lance McCaffrey, Paul Marino, and Jeff Cohen round out the crew.
Paul Marino, a big name in South Jersey sports. He, of course, the head wrestling coach at Paulsboro, one of the number 1, 2, or 3 wrestling programs in the state, depending on whom you talk about.
Chris Pell still down on the field, 5'11", 190 junior. Plays linebacker, running back for Delran. He's down at about the 8-yard line. So with the injury on the field, we'll take a timeout. No score, 7:08 to play in the first quarter on the Comcast Network.
Comcast Sports Talk. On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm Mariana Rosso, and this is Comcast Family Talk.
No score here in the first quarter for Delran. Chris Pell coming off the field under his own power. So that's a good sign, but he is holding his right shoulder. There you take a look at Pell.
He may well be shoulder separation or something of that nature. What you like to see, however, after a hit like that is that he is walking and he is more or less under his own power.
It'll be 2nd and 8 for Palmyra. Inside their own 15. Grimes, the deep man in the eye. But it's Rios getting the ball. He's got a step, and he's tackled from behind at the 19-yard line after a gain of 6. Teddy Trump brings him down.
Number 9 in on the stop for the Bears, brings up a 3rd down.
Jose Rios, 5'11", 210 senior, 4-year starter.
I actually read that very well. It looked like it was going to be an inside trap. The guard pulled. You can see him coming down, but all that traffic in the middle, Rios makes a good read, knows nothing at all is inside, and tries to get what he can on the corner, and winds up probably picking up 5 yards that he didn't deserve to get in terms of what had happened with his line in terms of no blocking at all that was satisfactory. So credit Rios with 5 on his own.
Call it 3rd and 5. Palmyra 1 of 1 on 3rd down. Huber wants to throw. Looks over the middle, and it's broken up.
It's broken up by Eric Brown.
Remember that time looking for Richard Barth. Eric Brown knocks him down. It'll set up a punting situation for the Panthers.
Brown from the linebacking spot really dropped right there in a hurry. Remember that earlier Barth had gotten a pass across the middle in front of the defensive back, but the linebacker wasn't there to help. This time, Brown gets there to help and knocks it away. What you don't want to do is leave an envelope, if you will, of air 5-7 yards between the linebackers and the back where you cannot close quickly enough.
Richard Barth is the Palmyra punter, and it's Marino who's going to let it bounce. Along with Trump, it's going to take a Palmyra roll. Trump goes back to pick it up at the 42. He's going to cut to his right, get past midfield, inside Palmyra territory, forced to the bounds at the 45-yard line. So on their first possession, Delran started at midfield. Now they begin at the Palmyra 45. So outstanding field position for them.
On that play alone, you get a feeling that Trump has to be in the ball game somewhere. You can see that there was some confusion, a little Alphonse and Gaston act. You take it, I take it. Neither one of them wound up taking it, and then Trump took a quick look.
13-yard return. Opening night, nice crowd on hand here at Delran. Fans really getting behind their team. Little pep rally in the gym at the school beforehand. Bleachers filling up here on the near sideline.
This is my third opener of the year. I had a chance to see the Pennsylvania season open, Lower Merion and Conestoga. And then last week I saw the early opener where the teams in New Jersey have an option to start a week earlier than the traditional start. Ferris and Snyder. Now it's the third opening for me in terms of high school football. It still seems like the middle of the season by the fourth or fifth game. Talk about Trump. He's got to be out there. Real talent, we could tell in that last play. Here's a young man.
Chris
now it's on his elbow now as opposed to the shoulder, and therefore maybe the idea of his separation was incorrect.
Johnson barks out the line of scrimmage, two wide receivers, but it's Mahan going left. He's got some room, spins his way down to the 40, picks up 6, maybe 5 yards to bring up second down. Manny Mahan.
Manny shows us the speed this time. He's a sophomore, though. You don't want to give him too many plays in the early part of the season to really learn, and going to go off tackle with him and then go maybe with a power sweep and maybe a quick pitch to the weak side. But more than that, I don't think you'll see too many more. They're going to use him now, for instance, in a wing position. Just leave Letts as the only man back.
2nd and 5. Brown is the single setback. Johnson's going to throw. Again looking deep. This time, though, incomplete. Looking for Mahan. Broken up, though, by Grimes. So Mahan can run. You can also see him coming out for catching a pass. Johnson going over the signals on that one, Mike.
Yeah, this is just almost a hope on this. He made his decision early. He had the belief that Mahan would just beat his defender, and unable to do that. Good job done by Hines to make sure he's where the ball is thrown. And in fact, it's obviously interfered with, but ruling had to be that it was uncatchable.
No score, 5:22 to play first quarter. It's a 3rd and 5 for Delran at the Palmyra 42. Johnson gives to Mahan, and Mahan spinning his way, but well short of the first down as he's wrapped up by Justin Harkins near the line of scrimmage. That's a 4th down. Nice play that time by Harkins.
Harkins made a couple of good defensive plays. I remember Harkins was in on the fumble recovery to stop that touchdown threat on Delran's first possession. Now he comes up with a big tackle to force the punt.
Molinaro, who kicks off and does the field goal kicking, will punt it away. Rashawn Hunt standing at his own 15-yard line for Palmyra.
Timeout.
We saw Molinaro in the warm-ups, Mike, before the game, and he's got some leg.
He was pumping him 45 yards from the line of scrimmage and had great hang time.
High
See if he
snap.
gets one of these. There it is with the big hang time.
Way up in the air. Hunt calls for a fair catch, lets it bounce, goes into the end zone for a touchback. So it's a 46-yard punt.
And a 1st and 10 for Palmyra.
And a 1st and 10 for Palmyra. Oddly enough, their best field position for the night at their own 20-yard line with 4:30 to play in the first quarter. What's at stake here? Well, Palmyra, a Group 1 school. They play out of the Freedom Division, so they would gain 4 points if they beat Delran, a Group 2 school, which plays out of the Patriot Division in the Burlington County Scholastic League.
This was a storied tradition, Palmyra and Delran for years, and then in the Burlington County League, they split it up, and there were a number of years where they didn't play. Now with realignment, once again, they've had the last few years where they've had a chance to get back together again. But Delran, Palmyra, to draw some of the biggest crowds in the Burlington County area because of the tradition of these two teams meeting up with one another.
Well, both coaches said before the game they're going to try and put the ball in the air a little bit. We've seen that so far. But still no score. 4.5 to go first quarter. 1st and 10 for Palmyra at the 20. And Huber hands off. Good going up the middle that time. A gain of 2 or 3.
Yeah, Latham in there on the head. This 3-4 alignment that you see from Delran is so hard to figure out. It's a situation that you do not practice against normally. You'll come out and you practice against an odd man front, an even man front, and you'll make the adjustments. But when you only have the 3, and now, of course, they've changed it to a 5-man front, a 5-2, but if you only have a 3-man front, it's very hard to get your blocking patterns down.
Huber rolls out on 2nd and 8, and he throws intercepted by Marino. His second interception, and Marino brings it down to the Palmyra 32-yard line. And that time, Matt Huber rolling out right, but throwing across his body. And Marino comes up with his second interception for Delran.
Defensive backs having a ball tonight, aren't they? Just dropping back, reading quarterback. And Huber makes a mistake that I think Johnson made earlier, where he just throws where it was diagrammed to go, whether there was a receiver open or not, and got the duck up in the air and allowed Marino to just run right under it.
Marino stays in the game at wide receiver, split out to the near side. 1st and 10 for Delran at the 30-yard line of Palmyra. Johnson again to throw on 1st down. Again pressure, avoids the sack, but forced to throw it away. And Mike, so far early going, we've seen outstanding pressure from the Palmyra defense.
Well, they got there in a hurry. Watch Phil Harmon come, number 50. He'll wind up near it at the end. Johnson dropping back, just pedals backwards as opposed to getting in a hurry. Now he takes a look, but the pressure's there, and he gets a little happy feet to get out of it, and then is just whacked at the end by Harmon, who came from a linebacking spot. But the early pressure from Andy Roop, number 72, he's the one that really caused the trouble and forced what I think was an intentional grounding that would not be called.
Philip Harmon also providing pressure. 2nd down, 10 from the 30. And Mahan. And Mahan does not get much as Jose Rios trips him up near the line of scrimmage for a close to no gain. The Palmyra defensive line had a little nagging injuries in preseason, but showing nothing of the sort so far this evening.
This is supposed to be a trap also that did not work. And tell you what, he's better wrap that ball up a little tighter. That's typical sophomore. You get away with that maybe at the earlier levels that you're playing, but up here when the varsity level, you get hit smack before you're down on the ground. That ball loosely carried, and you're going to have a fumble.
3rd down, they got to get to the 21. Johnson again to throw. It's complete. And trying to get to the 1st down marker is Ben Donahue, and he does get the 1st down out of bounds. Gets to about the 19-yard line, gain of 11 on the play.
Donahue made a great play, didn't he, to find the yard marker, pick up the 1st down. Did not look like Johnson picked the right receiver in order to get a 1st down. Looked like it was going to be far too short, but there was no one there really to hit him, and Donahue read it perfectly, just ran to the stakes, picked up the 1st down, keep the drive alive. Young man has to be happy with that play.
1st down from the 14. Johnson to Mahan. Mahan's got room up the middle and finally tripped up, but not before he gets inside the 15, close to the 10-yard line.
Not a bad play for the young guy, for the sophomore. Just wind him up, point him in that direction and say, run, turn on the speed, get the fullback in front of him. Brown throws a good block, and he leans forward like all good backs do.
7-yard gain. Sets up 2nd and 3. Second trip for Delran inside the Palmyra 20. They fumbled it away earlier, so still no score with 2:25 to go in the 1st quarter.
All tailbacks want to keep running north and south. This time we'll do it with the fullback going.
Brown's got room. Brown's twisting his way, and he gets inside the 5 to about the 2-yard line before Grimes brings him down. It's going to be 1st and goal for Delran.
I think the linebackers were thinking he faked to Brown and looked for the tailback Mahan somewhere, and as a result, the blockers were able to get out and just put a nice screen on until Brown was able to twist and turn and get the 1st and goal back down on the 1-yard line, 2-yard line maybe. But you think they're going to throw this time as they did last time?
I think we're going to see them run it, Mike.
Yeah, power I, in fact.
1st and goal from the 2. Brown. Touchdown, Delran. Eric Brown brings it into the end zone, and with 1:55 to go in the 1st quarter, the Bears take a 6-0 lead.
Well, I guess he deserves the 1st shot, doesn't he? He's the one that, with his twisting, turning run, got him down there to the 1-yard line. They were going to have 4 plays to score, and why not let Brown have the 1st chance? And not sure what happened to the defensive tackle just yet, but somebody did a super job on the right side, opening up a hole.
2-yard touchdown run. Molinaro in on for the PAT. High snap, kick is up, and it is perfect. And Delran takes a 7-0 lead.
Holding on the point after touchdown was number 9, Ted Trump.
Well, they had the other chance. They were down there, and they pretty much blew that one with the fumble. Excellent defensive play made by Palmyra to stop that drive. Now they get the second chance and do what maybe a lot of people were thinking they would have done first time they were there, and that was just go straight ahead. Now watch the power eye to the right side. They've got a chance to have a blocker in front. They really didn't need him. Everybody just collapsed the defense down, and Rashawn Hunt on the outside, who had leverage, could not come in to make that play, and Brown romps in on the touchdown run.
Well, they couldn't convert on the first interception, but they do on the second. As you hear the Delran band, who performed the national anthem earlier, and the cheerleaders. Well, they like what they see so far from the Bears. Molinaro will kick off. Again, Rashawn Hunt back deep for the Panthers, standing at his own 3-yard line. End over end line drive kick. Hunt from the 5. And a little reverse as it's going to Grimes. Grimes looking for room to run. He spins his way up to the 16-yard line, but he's tackled that time by Chaz Keith.
No, they didn't fool him, did it? You have a feeling that maybe in this series they've seen that before. The reverse coming out of them. Good run, good drive here, huh? When you only have to run the 6 plays because you only have but 31 yards to go.
Brown capped it off with that 2-yard run. And Mike, Palmyra's really hurt themselves with bad field position so far in the early going. And they're going to start at their own 11-yard line here as Schubert comes in. You have to get in the play from the sideline. First down. The ball has very much been in the Palmyra end, as we now have 1:46 to go in the first quarter. Hunt is lined up to the near side. It's Letts, the single setback. And now Hunt, Schubert fumbles the snap. The ball is loose. Delran is saying they haven't, no official signal yet. Well, they're still waiting, gonna get at the bottom of that pile.
Sure looked like a bear got on top of it.
Palmyra already with 2 turnovers in the first quarter so far. That's what really hurt them in the 51-0 loss last year. And it is Delran football. The 3rd turnover. Chaz Keith makes the stop and I believe the recovery.
And Maurer is not happy, understandably so. He sees his team now with the 3rd chance for Delran to get into the end zone. They stopped them the once because of the fumble, but now they're down in great territory for another score. The ball sitting right on the 10-yard line.
It is 1st and goal. They cannot get a first down without a touchdown. 3 turnovers for Palmyra, 1 for Delran. Johnson, the wishbone. Again, Brown up the middle. He gets inside the 10, fights his way, 9 to the 8. Where the Palmyra defensive line converges on him.
Same play they ran for the touchdown. This time they go to the left. They took Brown to the right-hand side previously. On this play, he's going to take it to the left and try to pick up yardage. He gets close to 5, I guess, huh?
Yeah, he did gain 5. Gets down to the Palmyra 5-yard line.
Palmyra, timeout.
And Palmyra's going to talk things over as they call timeout. Important series for them if they can get Delran out of the end zone. You don't want to get behind too far. You don't want it to be catch-up the rest of the night.
Well, your comment was absolutely right about field position. Field position is maybe one of the most important, if not the most important thing in a ball game. That's why kicking is so important. Your kickoffs and your punts. And certainly when you turn the ball over in your end a couple of times, it's just going to cause you all kinds of trouble. Number 1, defensively, your back is up against the wall. Number 2, when you do get the football down in there, you can't use the whole offensive playbook. You're just limited in what you can play. Defense can play a lot looser.
Take a look at the roster breakdown from each team. If you look over on the right, that's Delran, and very much an underclassman, makes up a lot of their team 20 sophomores. That's the number that really jumps out at you.
Pretty much balanced on the other side. It's what coaches love. They love that balance. They'd like to have like 15 real football players in each class. 2nd
down from the goal. Again, Brown pushing a pile. Is he in?
Yes.
Yes. Touchdown, Delran. Eric Brown 2nd. inside of a minute, and Delran takes a 13-0 lead.
Nothing fancy. They ran it 3 plays in a row, and 2 out of the 3 result in touchdown. It's just a power smash. Guard, tackle, depending on where the hole opens up. That's where Brown's supposed to go. So they score on it, get the football back, run him for 5 yards, and then run him again for 5 for the touchdown.
Molinaro for his second PAT.
Molinaro's second point in for
Perfect as
reception.
well,
Good.
and it now has become a
And he scores
14-0
now,
Delran lead. And Mike, this is what happened to Palmyra last year. The game got away from them early, and it just spiraled, and they got to be very careful here not to get any much further behind.
And they have to be thinking about that, I would imagine, also. They got to remember it. I mean, you don't lose 51-0 and forget about it in a hurry. Now watch just the left guard, left tackle. Everybody just blocks straight in, and there's no one left. There's no linebacker, no defensive back who's worrying about outside leverage who can really stop him. It's just a power push forward, and it worked. And Brown's the guy I guess you want to pick up those 3, 4, 5 yards inside. Boy, that is just punishing movement by a great fullback in the early going in this ball game.
Brown, the second-team All-Patriot linebacker of a year ago, showing he can use some of that muscle on offense. Well, the first touchdown drive went for 31 yards. You can call it a drive. This one, 15 yards. They only needed 2 plays to do it.
Difficult to call those drives, isn't it? This young man can really kick the football. Kickoffs have gone down to about the 5, but they've been way up in the air, giving the special teams a chance to get down there on Hunt. Hunt would love a chance to get a low one.
He has not been able to do much so far tonight. Minute 11 remaining, first quarter, 14-0 Delran. Molinaro puts his right foot into it again, end over end. And this one is going to be let bounce. It's a live ball. They goes into the end zone. It'll be a touchback.
For a touchback.
So Palmyra will start first and 10 from their 20.
Not a bad decision, except for the fact that they really were letting that ball just bounce around there. They want to get to it and get into a hurry to make sure they down it. But Pete Miles loves what Molinaro gives him. We saw the ability to kick the extra points, and with the power he had there, you could think field goal if they were maybe about the 20-yard line and in.
Maybe purposely kicking that one away from Hunt, the dangerous receiver. 3 possessions for Palmyra. 3 of the 4 possessions have been turnovers. And this one lets, and he is stuffed up behind the line of scrimmage. Big play that time, made by Keith Moyer.
Well, they're having their way with him now, aren't they? You get up by that 14-0. The offensive team is worried now, consciously thinking about the plays because of the fact that they've had the turnovers. You don't want them thinking, you want them reacting. And then you get those 3 linemen in the middle.
Eric Brown headed to the bench. 2 touchdowns to his credit. He deserves some high fives there. Pats on the shoulder. Second and 14 from the 16-yard line. Huber will throw. And this one, he airs one into it. This one could be picked up. No, it's complete with room to run. Wake Wine will go all the way. Inside the 5 before Vinny Marino brings him down at the 3-yard line. An 81-yard pass play. Oh, that's just what Palmyra needed to get right back in this one, Mike.
That is an understatement, what they needed, obviously, and I'm not sure how they got it. We know that Huber, once again, just wound up and threw the ball. And they get fortunate down here. The 2 defenders bump into each other.
Unbelievable.
Yep, and that allows Grimes to take it. And listen, credit Marino, who, look at him turning it on to get down there, grab, never gave up, and at least he's given his team a chance.
An outstanding opportunity for Palmyra to get one of those touchdowns back. Now under 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. We'll see if they get a playoff.
You don't want to hurry this. There's plenty of time.
Looks like a wishbone formation. Huber, a fade pattern, and Hunt can't bring it in. Again, Marino with nice coverage as the first quarter comes to an end. Let's take a look at the replay.
once again, the same as Delran did first time they got on the goal line, they decided to throw on first down. Now Palmyra decides they've got on. He goes right to the corner where the ball's going to be thrown. You can bet they practice that around 30 times a day.
Well, 3 Palmyra turnovers hurting them so far. It's 14-0 Delran after 1 quarter. You're watching high school football on the Comcast Network.
I'd like to ask you a question. You tired of the same old negativity and sensationalism on the 11 o'clock news? Well, I'm Steve Adubato, and I'd like to give you an alternative. Every evening at 11 on the Comcast Network, I go one-on-one with some of New Jersey and Pennsylvania's most compelling personalities. One-on-one. It's in-depth, it's provocative, and yes, it's entertaining. So join me for one-on-one, where we ask the questions that you want answered.
Well, as we get set to begin the second quarter, Palmyra knocking on the door inside the Delran 5. Down, though, 2 touchdowns.
You know, we look for just good football games. We don't come out here with rooting interest with either team, and as a result, you kind of love to see that big play that has gotten Palmyra down there. Had Delran been able to get that third score and gotten up 21-0, you probably could have closed the door totally. But right now, Palmyra gets into the end zone here, and we've got a ball game that's going to change the way that Palmyra is thinking. And I'm not talking about thinking offensively or defensively. I'm talking about just thinking as players, that we have the ability to win this football game.
Confidence, a very big part. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3. And what do you do here, Mike?
Well, I would have run the ball on the first down. I would have run the ball on the second down if I had gotten yardage. If not, I would have thrown on second because I want to throw on the down where they don't anticipate the pass.
2nd and goal from the 3. Grimes gets the carry.
Grimes
But he
carries
is
the ball.
tackled. Nice
Right
plays.
for
Chaz
Walls
Keith
there.
brings him down from behind, and it'll set up 3rd and goal.
Now you force yourself into a throwing
3rd and
situation.
goal from the 3.
Now the problem for Palmyra at this situation is that they're over on the, not quite on the hash mark to the left side, pretty close to the middle. You want your quarterback in all probability on the pass situation here to sprint to the right, flood the zone, get 3 receivers, each about 3 to 5 yards apart. You want to use the movement to the right if you're going to throw the football.
Again,
Yep,
Grimes,
there it is.
but no, Huber's going to roll out. He's going to throw it or run it. He looks, end zone, touchdown. Touchdown, Palmyra.
He had 3 receivers. He flooded the zone. He had 3 of them
Jose
open.
Rios.
Richard Barth was open in the back of the end zone for about 10 yards, yelling and screaming for the football. Huber never saw him and wound up looking for the man who was the short guy in the zone. That means 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He was the first option to look for, and he gets the touchdown out of it.
And a nice play that time by Huber. Looked like he might run with it for a minute, but found his receiver. Rios makes the touchdown catch.
Well, that's why you run that option off to the right-hand side, because if they're covered, that probably means there's nobody there to keep the quarterback from being able to run the football.
Doug Perkins with a point after, and they cut the Delran lead in half to 14-7. First minute in the 2nd quarter.
Now watch, he'll just sprint to the right. He's going to have 3 receivers come down. Rios will wind up coming out of the backfield, be the short receiver, wide open. And remember, he had a man in the end zone deep, but he goes to the short pattern and finds Rios. That is a very difficult play to defend at any point on the field, but certainly down at the end zone.
Yeah, there's Huber. Look, I thought he was going to run there. He fakes out one man.
See, the back of the end zone, the man we're talking about, Barth, was he open or what, number 82?
Well, he's happy they got a touchdown nonetheless.
Yeah, we got a game.
Mm-hmm. 14-7, Delran.
Perkins will kick off.
Now they'd love to play field position. They change it all the way around. They were down deep.
And Trump.
They got the real long play, the great play, the catch and run by Grimes. They changed the field position. Now they want to get the good kick and the good coverage and see what Delran can do when they've got to work close to their end zone instead of close to the Palmyra end zone.
Perkins will kick off with a cast on his right arm. It's Trump and Mahan back deep for Delran.
Watch the ball now. Watch the ball.
Perkins, a squib kick. It's going to be taken by one of the up men, Darrell Fleming. And Fleming gets across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. So, as you were suggesting, Mike, maybe good field position, but that's not the case. It's actually good field position for Palmyra.
Special team play is so difficult. Watch Letts here. Remember, he's that tough fullback, the kind of guy that loves to play linebacker, fullback, get down and maybe bust up a play somewhere and the wedge, anything at all. Instead, he gets right inside, and once again, we've picked out the right guy to make the tackle. Letts, tough guy. 44. You don't get to wear 44, you know, unless you're a tough guy. They have a competition.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they put 44 out there. They say, who wants it? And you always want it when a guy looks like this. You can just tell, can't you? I am a 44, he's saying.
Well, the big play, the huge pass to Greg Grimes, 81 yards.
I don't know if we'll get a chance to look at 44 again, but there's one other reason he's got to be a tough guy.
First down from the 37. Marino makes the catch at the 45. He's got room into Palmyra territory at the 45. He's got more room. Marino through to the 20-yard line.
20-yard line.
A 33-yard play on first down, all the way down inside the Palmyra 20.
We showed what kind of hustle we had when, on that long pass to Grimes, he chased him down. Now watch this. 3 different times it looks like he should be down. There was one. Here was 2. Finally, we're going to catch up to him, and it's going to take 2 men at that end. Well, you love it when you can just toss a ball out to a receiver on the wide side and have him do it all on his own.
He gave Rashawn Hunt a taste of his own medicine, making him out of his shoes practically.
Well, that field position changed in a hurry again, didn't it?
Sure did. Bourne split out to the near side. In the eye, it's Mahan up the middle. And Mahan moving his way forward, tripped up by Piasateni after a gain of 4.
Gain of about 5.
Maybe 5. Well, looked like Roop was going to have him in the backfield. Just reach down, watch it. He'll just trip. Ooh. Finally, you are right. It's Piasateni who gets him.
Brings up second down. 14-7 Delran, 10:40 to go, second quarter.
Boy, how important that touchdown was for Palmyra. Instead of looking at a potential right now down deep to 21-0, even if the score happens here, they still can believe that it's a game that is totally winnable.
2nd and 5 from the 15. Johnson again to Mahan up the middle. He's got first down yardage inside the 10 to about the 9. Going to give Palmyra another 1st and goal. Delran another 1st and goal, I beg your pardon.
McNulty and Ashton and Brooks and Sakali all starting to do the job up front now. Just big holes being opened up. Maybe a little hold back there. I don't know if you saw that one that they got away with. Little reach in and grab down.
A pretty big hole there.
Yeah.
Miles
pretty calm and collected guy, isn't he?
Inside the 10-yard line.
Played at Glasper State, Rowan University now. Glasper State when he was there.
His team's got a 1st and goal at the 9, and the pitch goes to Mahan. Mahan's got a blocker in back of him, and he's tackled forward. A penalty flag comes down, goes to the goal line. We'll check the flag.
Now, we talked about the good stuff that Ben Donahue, number 2, did, but I'm afraid this time we're going to have to point out something negative he did. He has the block right out in the open in front of the referee. And when you're going to be right there in the open, the spotlight on you, and the referee looking at you, you cannot hold.
Yeah, number 2.
I believe it's going to be number 2 that is whistled for that infraction.
We have a hold on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
10 yards from the spot of the foul.
You say we got the number right. If not, I will apologize.
So it is still 1st and goal.
There it is, number 2 on the ground. It sort of did a tackle there, and you're not allowed to do that. Unless you're on the defensive side of the ball.
So it's 1st and goal from way back to the 16. Johnson drops back. He's being pressured, but he's got a man wide open. Can Mahan make the catch? No. Mahan beat his man, David Bourne, but the pass was just far ahead of him.
No, the defensive pressure is what stopped that. The pressure that was applied to Johnson, because Mahan was as open as you can get. At the very least, they're going to put that one in the playbook to use later in the ballgame. Remember that one. That's the tailback circling right out of the backfield. They may well have brought a linebacker who would have had responsibility there that time and been the perfect play called. But if they did, then that linebacker was the man that got there and forced Johnson to throw it too quickly. As a result, Mahan, who should have been able to just perch right there and catch it, doesn't get the touchdown.
Well, this time Mahan lines up in the slot. Johnson calls out the signals on 2nd and goal from the 16.
Oh, my.
And it's Brown, and Brown's got more room. Brown into the end zone, a touchdown, but wait, there's a flag down.
On the field.
It might go against Delran because the officials didn't hold up the touchdown sign very long.
We have illegal formation against the offense.
Illegal procedure called against Delran.
Another penalty. That's their second penalty since the 1st and goal. That'll set them back outside the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you
Johnson
what.
a little frustrated.
Palmyra looked confused after the snap of the ball, didn't they? As if there had been a whistle or something. Because look at this hole. Everybody's looking. Who am I going to block? There's nobody to block. And Brown just gets down, and when he sees the end zone, he just bends and looks and takes it.
Brown knows that end zone already with 2 touchdowns tonight. 14-7 Delran, 9:44 to go first half. So 2nd and goal. The Bears going backwards here. We're now at the 21-yard line. Brown the single setback. There you see him. Mahan in the slot. Johnson. The pass on 2nd and goal. Johnson thrown over the middle. And it's complete. Marino, touchdown. Delran.
Touchdown, Delran.
Marino's a player. He's a player.
Well, you saw him on defense with some real good hustle and speed, and there you see getting the reward for it. 6 points and the touchdown.
Yeah, this drive becomes his, doesn't it? Gets the reception, goes down the sideline, shakes off a couple of tacklers, takes a couple of men to finally take him down, and then he clears going across the middle. And Johnson read it perfectly.
Molinaro, who's 2 of 2 on PATs, will look for his 3rd. Right at us. And it's good. 9:32 to go in the 2nd quarter. Delran takes a 21-7 lead. Jeff Johnson liking what he sees.
11th touchdown in 2 years, 10 a season ago, and then to pass the night. Marino.
Let's hear it for the Delran cheerleaders.
Marino's just going to
Fine performance.
come from the right side, cross right across the middle. Johnson sees him, but watch him reach to get it. Way up in the air, reaches in the middle of the field. Tough place to go up and open those arms, get them up in the air, and you never know if you're going to catch one in the ribs or not. That tells you if you're a player or not.
Johnson, who threw for 10 touchdowns last year, gets his 1st of the year.
Might have been a mistake in the backfield as
once again sets up
Marino ran an X with the other wide receiver on the right side, and both defenders went with the man who broke to the outside, and Marino cleared in the middle with no defender with him at all.
This scoring drive is a real drive, 63 yards. The others were 15 and 31. For the 3rd Delran touchdown of the first half. Molinaro looks like he's going to get a workout tonight. Already his 4th kickoff.
You'd love that if you're a coach, would you? I'd
Yeah.
like my kickoff man to kick around 12 times.
And Rashawn Hunt, this time at his goal line. See if Molinaro kicks it away from Hunt as he did on the previous kickoff. This is end over end a little higher. Hunt's going to get an opportunity starting from his 9 with a blocker ahead of him. Making his way up the middle. Hunt still on his feet and finally down at the 37-yard line. Molinaro, the kicker, came over to help. Timothy Johnson on the tackle.
Well, our producer, Stan Ritter, of course, pours over all the evidence during the week to determine who the top players to focus on are. This is one of them, Rashawn Hunt. And I think every week they seem to come up with the right guys. And you can tell that these are real players because he just finds the holes himself. This isn't something you diagram. The first 5, 6, 7 yards, yeah, you're supposed to go certain direction. But here, then you've got to read it yourself, and look who makes it. Look who makes it. We're back down to Marino again. And Marino doesn't get that one. That may have been a touchdown.
Rios on the carry. Move up the 40-yard line, gain of 3. Tackle that time by Raup.
Quentin Tucker, number 40, made the stop for the Bears after a gain of about
A lot of times a guy
Quentin Tucker, I beg your pardon.
A lot of times a guy like Marino, if he doesn't score touchdowns, will go through a whole game. A lot of people coming and watching don't realize the contribution that he's actually made. The coaches come to know it when they watch the films on Monday or Sunday night whenever they get together. And people may say, why are you talking about that number 1 kid? Well, I'll tell you, we've already seen some big plays made by him.
Oh, this time Rios across midfield into Delran territory at the 46-yard line. Gain of 14 after the previous gain of 2.
Marino makes it again.
5th tackle of the night.
And they're in Delran territory at the 40.
Rios that time with a big hole.
Good block kick out by Letts, the fullback. And there's Marino that decides to chop him down at the ankles and take him down.
8:30 to go, second quarter. Palmyra trailing 21-7 with the ball. The Delran 48-yard line. Make it a 47. This time 3 wide receivers for Huber. Letts the single setback. Huber wants to throw on first down. He's being pressured. It's Mahan, and Huber just able to throw it away. And this one might be intentional grounding as a flag comes down.
Well, he threw it in the direction of Hunt.
Intentional grounding.
Might be as if they were looking for one for the previous one that we thought was a throwaway. We'll wait and see what the call is. Miles wants to know so he can set his defense.
Officials talk it over.
Relax, relax. There's a legal forward pass against the offense.
Illegal?
Well, he wasn't past the line of scrimmage, so I would guess they mean intentional grounding.
Let's see, he's looking. He's throwing. Whoops. Oh, he like shot putted that one, didn't he? But that's all right. I thought I saw Hunt out in that direction. Let's see if we can see number 13 out where the ball finally lands. Well, it kind of did. Sort of went by him. Can't we count it that way?
Maybe. 5-yard penalty makes it 2nd and 15. Also the loss of down.
Which makes it 2nd and 15 for Palmyra.
Letts again the fullback. The same formation with 3 receivers. Huber is going to roll out right. Being chased, going to tuck it under and run. Across the 40 and gets down to about the 43-yard line.
Remember the touchdown play where they sprinted to the right, they had the 3 receivers? Same exact play that time. Huber decides to run. What he's got to do, he's got to have some kind of signal where he tells his men where they're able to throw a block. Stop trying to catch a pass here. He should start pointing or something now. Say, I'm going to run. Right here, got to turn around. Rich Barth, you got to find somebody to block. Find him here where he's coming from. He's looking, but hey, forgot the defenders up in front. And as a result, did not help Huber at all.
Makes it 3rd and 15. Palmyra's got to get to the Delran 48-yard line for a first down. Or make it 3rd and 20, I beg your pardon. 3rd and 20 from the 46. Huber again with pressure. And this time he's wrapped up and sacked in the backfield. Joe Sicali brings him down.
58, Joe Sicali.
Sicali, 5'11", 195-pound junior.
Now, we talk about this being a 3-4 defense. What happens, you see, is that the 2 outside linebackers really can step up, makes it look like a 5-man front. But what happens is, with the 4 defenders playing in a linebacking spot, you almost always release one on a blitz. That time, Sicali came from the left inside linebacker position. Nobody saw him coming, and he forces Huber to lose and force the punt.
Richard Barth, the tight end, is the punter, and he gets it away. A short, high kick. Marino comes up, lets it bounce. It takes a Palmyra roll inside the 40 and comes back to the 40-yard line.
Where Delran will have a first
21-7. The Bears leading with 6:32 remaining in the second quarter. You're watching high school football on the Comcast Network.
If you're an armchair quarterback, tune in to Comcast Sports Talk. We're live Monday through Thursday evening at 10 p.m., and we're talking with sports personalities about issues and events. I'm Bruce Beck, and I'll see you on Comcast Sports Talk.
A quarterback for Delran, the righty, and they've got 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. He gives to Mahan going up the middle for about 4. But Mike, interesting decision. Johnson obviously successful. His team has 3 touchdowns, but Pete Miles going with a righty trump. He said at one point he would see some action, but we didn't know it would be this early.
And of course, he doesn't want to create any kind of a quarterback controversy, obviously. But what he does want to do, hey, watch this push here. Whoa, you're not allowed to do that, young man. Donahue.
That's Ben Donahue.
Yep, 61. They're Burkholder. They're trying to rush the wrestling season. They don't want a quarterback controversy. At the same time, he wants to give the second-team quarterback here a chance to feel some action. There's a break.
Trump completes it to Bourne, who fumbles. It's on the ground, and it's Palmyra football. Colin Birch, the strong safety, comes up to recover the fumble. The second Delran turnover, and the Panthers will have first down at their own 45-yard line.
Good throw from Trump. Excellent catch by Bourne. And then he tries to do something with the football instead of going down right there immediately. Steps away, but watch the continued action as he fumbles it. The young man Birch, who had almost made the tackle and lost it, stayed in the ball game instead of giving up and winds up recovering the fumble.
Bourne wasn't hit. He just fumbled out on his own, and Birch in the right place. 5 turnovers so far in the first half.
First game of the season for these clubs. You expect some mistakes, turnovers, and penalties.
First down from the 45. Rios trying to turn a corner. Gets back to the line of scrimmage as the flag comes down. Forced out of bounds that time by Tucker.
Remember earlier in the game when the young man was injured on the block from the outside? We said you got to make sure with this block. Well, watch, there's going to be one right here coming that you're just not. Well, there it is right there. See, that's the illegal block in the back.
You called it.
Just the. He did not wait till the man turned. Remember when I used to coach, and I'd be coaching
penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
Defensive ends. Whenever they had men spread wide from them, I always had them turn their back to them and tell the official immediately before the snap, don't let him block me in the back. And then I'd come across in that direction, and that way that outside man could never block. If he did, we picked up the 10, 15 yards, depending on whether they read it as a roughing or a clip.
That time they catch the penalty.
So it's about
brings the ball all the way back to the 28-yard line. That's the 32-yard line.
From the spot of the foul.
So it's second and long. A sideline pass. Hunt, what can he do with it? To the near sideline, and Marino, who else, brings him out of bounds at about the 44-yard line.
That play is called, we believe Hunt is a quality player who has the ability to do things on his own. We'll just throw the ball to him, and let's see if anybody can stop him one-on-one, or if it's going to take a second or third guy to get him. There he is, all by himself now. Come on, let's see if you can handle me. I can beat the first man, and if I get a block downfield, which they do not get on Marina, I can beat him. Said, I'm the best wide receiver in the conference, and I want to make all South Jersey this season. I have to do something with the football after I get it.
Gets by Umroll, but not Marino, so it'll be second and 11, just inside the 45-yard line. This pitch is going to Grimes to the near sideline, trying to get to midfield. Forced out of bounds that time.
Successful throwing the football makes it easier to run the football. Everybody's just going to wait a step or two to make sure they read what's occurring, and that gives your blockers a chance to get the blocks. You know, getting a little foggy here tonight, have you noticed?
Yeah, Huber's stats, they are beefed up by that big throw to Greg Grimes.
That's how you get big numbers.
Yeah.
That big plays.
3rd and 8 for Palmyra. They got to get to the Delran 45. Huber under pressure. Huber dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Chaz Keith with the sack.
Starting to call his number quite often now, Keith. He's just getting in there a hurry. Nobody has stopped him at all on the pass when Huber's dropped straight back. Huber's been under pressure every time that he has gone straight back. His best success has come when he sprinted to the right.
Punting situation for Palmyra.
Let's see where the young man comes from. Trump and Keith, both there.
Trump, the quarterback and the linebacker. Barth again to punt.
Punt is off.
And fair catch is called for by Trump at the 35-yard line. Still 21-7. Delran leads with 4:39 to go in the second quarter.
In the first half.
It's high school football on the Comcast Network.
Have you ever wanted to respond to a news story on television or in the paper? Well, here's your chance. Comcast Newsmakers It's Your Call gives you the chance to talk to the newsmakers themselves. Join me every Monday night at 6:30, only on the Comcast Network.
Trump remains in a quarterback for Delran. They've got first down at the 35-yard line. Trump wants to throw on first down, and it's broken up nicely. That time it was intended for Marino. But in there to knock it down is Rashawn Hunt.
That's a neat matchup, isn't it? Marino's been having the big night for Delran, and we already know about Hunt and what he's capable of doing.
Hunt's got 6 inches on him, but you wouldn't know it the way Marino plays.
You know, Hunt poses a problem for college recruiters, whether or not they look at him as a wide receiver or defensive back. He seems to have the ability to play well, obviously, at the wide receiver, and I think pretty well at the defensive back position.
Second and 10 from the 35.
Trump has that look of authority, doesn't he? Right behind the center of the quarterback, he just has that look.
Knows what he's doing out there, and he gives to Mahan going up the middle. Gain of about 5 or 6 before he's brought down by Burkholder.
He's got a 5-yard pickup. Third and
Brings
5.
up 3rd and 5.
For the Bears.
Well, the 3 touchdowns for Delran were with Jeff Johnson at quarterback. Teddy Trump in right now. His first possession, they fumbled. Not his fault at all, as David Bourne walked it up. 3rd and 5 from the 40. Mahan tripped up short of the first down. It'll set up 4th down.
Talked about him running north-south, and Mahan shows us once again that ability to have that body leaning forward. He winds up getting 2 or 3 extra yards as a result of that body direction.
Ed Morehouse, the tackle, to prevent the first down, and now an interesting decision for Pete Miles. His club is 4th and 2 at his own 43-yard line, up 21-7. You probably think he'll play conservative here.
Now they've got 2 quarterbacks here tonight, right? We're looking at Johnson and now Trump. They've had some pretty good quarterbacks here in the past.
Let's go, guys!
Tony Sacca, also his brother Ralph, played here.
And John, just 3 of them.
Well, they're going to go for it. 4th and 2 from the 43. A big play early on, and now a whistle. And maybe Trump was just trying to get Palmyra off sides.
Well, I'll tell you what, I didn't think the neutral zone got violated. The Palmyra man seemed to move, but it must have been a
Double
procedure
foul.
problem.
Delay a game against the offense.
Oh,
5
yeah.
yards. Still 4th down.
That'll set up a more substantial 4th down, 4th and 7. So now Molinaro comes out to do the punting duties for Delran.
Yeah, you don't want to give the football up here at the 38-yard line in your own territory, your own side of the 50. 3:15, plenty of time to get a short drive going. Kick the football, particularly when you got a guy like Molinaro.
Very strong leg. Rashawn Hunt is going to set up back at his own 20-yard line. Molinaro just able to get it away. The short line drive, it bounces. Hunt fields it as if he was a shortstop, but he is dropped right away at the 25-yard line. Joe Sicali, nice play on special teams. No punt return.
Yeah, but Hunt doesn't get any yardage, but what he does is he prevents the ball from continuing to roll and put them deeper in their own territory. This way they can start at the 25 and can pretty much call any play they want.
Still 21-7, Delran, 3:10 to go, second quarter. Number of players playing on both sides of the ball for Palmyra.
7 of them. Usually
and for Delran, you see outstanding athletes, some of those guys. Vince Marino, we've seen, Sicali and Brown. Certainly you can see how they can play on both sides of the football.
And Steve P.
First down from the 25. It's Grimes going left, turning the corner, across the 30, looking for first down yardage, and gets close to it before he's shoved out of bounds by Justin DeJoseph.
Got to credit Grimes. If I were the coach and we were running practice and I saw him make this move, I'd probably be screaming at him, will you stay inside, just get what you can get? Instead, he says, I believe I can get to the corner. No wonder he got a great block thrown out there by Hunt on Trump. That's what allowed Grimes to turn the corner. But normally, this play is dead. Just turn up field, get what you can get. And then you have players like Grimes that says, I don't believe in that. I'm going to get more. Takes a little punishment at the end.
12-yard gain for a first down. On the 37-yard line. Matt Huber. And in the eye, again, it goes to Grimes. But this time he's stuffed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Tackle in the backfield, 4 long. Sicali with the initial hit.
Sicali, the initial hit. Sets up second and long. Oh, 2:23 to go before halftime.
They don't.
So maybe Mike Palmyra can try and get another score on the board before intermission. They haven't gone into their 2-minute offense just yet.
Grimes gets the helmet off. He just may have got his bell rung a little bit on that last play. He really got racked, and timeout will serve to help him here as he clears the cobwebs.
Grimes started last year as the quarterback. He broke his thumb midway through the season. That's when Hubert took over as quarterback, and now Grimes in at running back. That was Justin Brooks for Delran. Join host Mick Moningaff for the area's hottest high school sports magazine show. It's Scholastic Sports Weekly, Wednesday night at 7:30, only on the Comcast Network.
Well, Mick does a great job, but I think really it's the guys that join him. And hey, you're one of those, aren't you?
Oh, thank you.
You get a chance every week to handle what area?
I handle the Trenton area, Mercer County.
Get a chance to see all kinds of sport.
Notre Dame field hockey piece is coming up next week. Timeout on the field, 2:10 to go in the second quarter, 21-7. Delran leads. As I was saying earlier, Mike, Palmyra, maybe they can get another score before halftime, make this closer.
Well, they might be able to get the score, but more importantly, what they don't want to do is anything foolish that allows Delran to get the football back down here and allows Delran to get another touchdown. So you've got 2 minutes showing on the clock. If the quarterback Hubert drops, he wants to make sure he does not throw into a crowded area. He does not want one picked off.
It's 2nd and 15 from the 35-yard line. High formation. It's Rio split out to the near side. Hubert looks towards the far sideline, looking for Hunt, and he's got him. Or no, it's broken up.
Well, knocked away. Hunt believes he had it. Give
Broken
himself
up
some
nicely by Tucker. Marino also there. It's a nice pass.
This is put right there, right there. Hunt going down the sideline and being defended by DeJoseph.
Tucker, number
Watch.
40.
Tucker's the one who knocks it down.
Yeah, it falls away.
Prevented Hunt from making the catch.
Well, it was perfectly thrown, wasn't it? Bang.
14.
Sideline pattern, just a streak, just boom, go downfield and I'll hit you. 4 for 10, 104 yards. He's struggling when you look at the statistics.
If he took away that 81-yard pass, he really would only have 23 yards. 3rd and 14 from the 35. In trouble is Hubert. Hubert is dropped near the line of scrimmage.
In the backfield.
Again, Sakali right there, and Delran's going to call timeout. Still 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the second quarter, says the scoreboard. And maybe the Bears can get another score before halftime.
We talked about him struggling statistically, but one of the reasons is this pressure he's been seeing all night long. Just doesn't seem to get much of a chance to set up. I still think for them to be successful passing, he's going to have to use some sprint action, rollout action. He just has been unable to do anything in the middle because of the pressure that he's been getting from Sakali, number 58. Sakali is having a defensive lineman's dream of a ball game. It seems to be handled in whomever is assigned to blocking.
Give Trump credit for the sack. Sakali the initial hit.
Also victorious against Holy Cross by the score of 1-0.
Want to keep pace with the Comcast Network? Do it on the web, www.comcastnetwork.com. You'll get schedules, show topics, hot news, and much more.
I'm sure that you are well equipped at home with the computer. And
is that because I'm younger?
Oh, of course. Absolutely. Older guy, I'm still using an abacus. You probably don't even know what it is.
No, I'm getting there with the internet business. So it's going to be 4th down. Barth in on to punt. And Delran's going to get this ball back with decent field position for one more shot at it before halftime. Marino is standing at the 39-yard line, and Trump at the 45. High snap, Barth gets it away, and it's going to be Marino forced back to his 35. Marino with room to run to the 45, cuts to the outside, trying to get to midfield, does so to the 45, cuts back to midfield, and Marino still on his feet inside the 35-yard line. However, there is a flag down on the field.
You got to believe it's going to be an illegal block. That in no way will take away from the excellent job done by Marino.
Take a look at the punter,
coming
Richard
down.
Barth.
He's got to read. Of course, normally he's going to stay as a safety. He's going to look around. Don't block me. Don't block me. Let me get over there. Let me find him. Where is he? I got him. Credit for the tackle. So good job done by Barth after he punts the football. But we'll see on the return, see if we can pick up the illegal block. Like this guy, Marino. Look at these moves. That's the second move he's made. third movie he's
That
made.
big game will be
Coming downfield. We still haven't seen. There it is. I got to feel the way the. Oh, there's one, an illegal block thrown right there also. See, the man went flying out of bounds with the block in the back. Can't take away from the job done by Vince Marino, but
that negates what would have been a 33-yard punt return, and it will bring the football back to the Delran 40-yard line. A minute 50 left in the second quarter. Delran already leading it 21-7 here in the season opener. And now another quarterback switch. Jeff Johnson, who started the game, was replaced by Trump, and Johnson back in there for what may be the final drive before halftime. And Johnson's not going to waste any time. He's going to throw it on first down, rolling left, pointing direction. He's going to tuck it under, run. And he's got positive yardage close to the 48-yard line, 9-yard gain.
Remember
that time tackle made by Greg Grimes.
Remember last time when Hubert tried to run the football instead of throwing? I said he should point when he's going to run. He should tell him, look, go get a block, go get a block. There it is, right there. He says, go get a block. So Johnson does the right thing. And, of course, Mahan was unable to find anybody until after the play was over. But at least he told him, I'm ready, I'm running.
Hurry up offense. A minute 16 left in the second quarter. Brown up the middle, and Brown bulldozing his way to the 23-yard line.
Beautiful.
33-yard line, gain of 20 on the play.
Trap, 75, Ashton. Ashton did a great job here. This man doesn't have a neck. Do you notice? That's what I talked about. 44s, guys that wear 44. Same thing. All it is shoulders and head, no neck.
Who are some of the famous 44s? Riggins?
Okay, you can go way back with that. Keep going. I'm going to see how much you read the football encyclopedia.
Don't put me on the spot here. A minute remaining, and wide open is Donahue. And Donahue's going to score. Breakdown in the Palmyra defense. A 35-yard touchdown. Johnson to Donahue. And with 58 seconds left in the second quarter, Delran takes a 27-7 lead.
That is a killer for Palmyra. And it's as sweet as they come for Delran. You're getting down under a minute to go, 58 seconds. And you give up a touchdown like that on a blown coverage. There's no defender there at all. That's the play where the receiver says, if it comes to me, please, please, please don't let me drop it. Everybody will see it. Instead, he had no problem, Donahue, and picked it right up.
Molinaro is fourth extra point.
Perfect on the night with that point after attempt.
And it is 28-7.
Can't stop. Can't stop. We can't stop.
Well, Palmyra can't stop him so far.
Hey, Betty.
Young man loves it.
Hey, Betty.
He's starting to feel real good about it, isn't he? Gets a chance to go back in the game after Trump took a series or two. Drops right down. He looks and says, this cannot be. There can never be anybody that open. Nobody, not even in practice, do I get a chance to throw one that open.
Coming up at halftime, we will have some
Ben Donahue.
5'11", 185 junior, his first touchdown.
Donahue, they said, is Donahue. Where were the defenders?
Not a red and white jersey in sight. Johnson, a happy quarterback. His club ahead now by 3 touchdowns. 58 seconds to go. 60-yard scoring drive.
This is my Dave. He fumbled, but he's going to be back. Coming back. Don't play cover 2. Don't play cover 2 on him because I run a fade on you every time. You better watch out.
Bourne getting a little camera time.
They're talking too
fast. They know how to do it. They know how to do it. They figure out who threw the ball or who caught it. I'll go stand next to that guy. That gets me camera time.
All righty.
Now with the good kicker, it makes things tough for Palmyra. Molinaro should have some adrenaline going here after that nice drive.
Sean Hunt getting ready. This one will be fielded by Hunt at the 10. Hunt looking for a big return. Going straight ahead. Forcing his way, still on his feet. And making it up to the 30-yard line before who else but Marino brings him down. And Palmyra with an opportunity with 51 seconds remaining in the second quarter, trailing 28-7.
Kid's a player, though, isn't he? No give up in him at all at this point.
Remember, Delran won the toss, but they deferred to the second half, and Palmyra received the opening kickoff. So in the third quarter, it should be Delran to get the ball first. So Palmyra might want to think about doing something here. Final 51 seconds of the first half. First down from the 30.
I'm not thinking wide open football if I'm Palmyra. They probably are, but I'm not. I want to go in and...
Huber, again pressure. And Huber is brought down by Tremaine Howell. And Howell is pumped.
That's what I'm talking about. You have any idea as a quarterback when you come up that line of scrimmage in this situation, you see them, they're just loaded, ready to come. The guns are ready to go off because they know that you're going to throw the football. They know the linebackers can cover you in case you do run it, but the linemen are just coming. Full bore.
Tremaine Howell got to him first. And now the clock runs down to 20 seconds left in the second quarter. Appears each team is okay about letting it run out.
Yeah, discretion's the better part of a football game in this situation for Palmyra.
8 seconds to go before halftime. Huber's going to throw it up for grabs. And it's incomplete. It went over Umbrella, defensive back. Hunt might have had a shot at it, but it went out of bounds, and the clock stops with 4 seconds to go before halftime.
Tell you what, if they did throw it again, I would bring him in now. I would take him across the middle because they have run him down the sideline around 6 times. The defense is just collapsing in that direction when you look to the side of the field that Hunt's on. If you are going to throw it again, let him come down, give it a little juke move, and get back to the inside, and maybe if he has 5 or 10 yards between himself and the defender, I'm not sure he can't take it all the way in. If you're going to throw the football myself, I'm going to just lay on the football and hurriedly run to the locker room.
3rd and 20, but more important, 4 seconds left. Huber will take it himself. He's tripped up by Brown, and time runs out in the second quarter. A half very much owned for the most part by the Delran Bears, as they are leading at 28-7. Teams heading into the locker room, and we will be back with the first half highlights and analysis. Halftime, 28-7 at Delran. You're listening to high school football. You're watching high school football on the Comcast Network.
A team this good deserves a coach's show this good. It's Inside Carolina Football with Matt Brown. Right here each week on the Comcast Network.
Welcome back. Halftime. Joseph H. Nietzsche Stadium, and Delran enjoying a 28-7 lead on Palmyra. Take a look at some of the first half statistics. Eric Brown capitalizing on an early Palmyra turnover.
Yeah, nothing fancy at all. 1:55 left in the first period. He just goes straight in. Look at this. When you can tiptoe into the end zone, you've got to really feel good about it. A 2-yard run, and Molinari with the kick. And they'll try it the other way. They did it one way. Why not try it in the other direction? This is a 5-yard run by Eric Brown with 1:11 left in the first period. And with the Molinari kick, they're up 14-0.
Palmyra then able to get on the scoreboard. It was Huber and a nice look to Rios.
Yeah, on the sprint pass, flood the zone, find one of them that are going to be open. He looks at the first receiver he sees, is Rios. They wind up with the touchdown pass. Perkins with a kick afterwards, and it's 14-7. 11:22 left in the second. We think we've got a real ball game here.
But then it was Johnson showing what he can do with his arm. And first of 2 touchdown passes and 2 guys wide open.
Yeah, hits Marino, who makes an outstanding catch coming across the middle. Lost his defender, and then said, I'll pay the price if I have to. I'm going way up in the air to get it.
If you think that guy was wide open, Marino, check out Ben Donahue on this play.
Donahue says, where in the world? Diagram some more like this for me. 35-yard successful touchdown pass. Johnson to Donahue, another kick by Molinari, and it is 28-7. Difference here in the stats, Jason, is it looks like fairly even, 104 yards for passing for Palmyra, but remember, 81 of them came on one play, so they really would only have 23 there if it weren't for that play, and it's just offensively all Delran. Rushing game is non-existent for Palmyra, and then the turnovers. Delran really not getting hurt by theirs, but Palmyra was.
The Delran band performing at halftime. Their club enjoying a 28-7 lead. We'll be back with the third quarter. You're watching high school football on the Comcast Network.
With everything there is to watch on Comcast, there's never been a better time to get cable for every TV in your house. Because at Comcast, we've got a little something for everybody.
And now tonight's feature presentation of Mice and Men.
Welcome back to Joseph H. Nichi Stadium, a 28-7 Delran lead. 4 touchdowns, 2 runs by Eric Brown, and a couple of touchdown throws by Jeff Johnson. There's Jeff. He's shared the quarterbacking duties with Teddy Trump. Johnson, though, seen the bulk of the action, and the scores have come with him behind center.
The numbers look pretty good, don't they? 6 out of 9, 160 yards with the 2 TDs. Maybe more importantly, no interceptions. Remember, we talked about him throwing 10 TDs last year. Also threw 10 big interceptions, however. And he wants to cut that number down. He would love to get through this game without throwing one, and the next few games without throwing any.
There's the Delran offense going to come on the field to begin the third quarter. Palmyra will kick off. Pete Miles, head coach, giving a little last-minute instructions.
Love his demeanor. Very calm, cool, collected, at least outwardly. That's what, of course, pays off with his team.
41-17 career record for Miles.
The personality of the coach rubs right off on the ball. You're out there and you're a screamer and you're a holler and you're pointing out mistakes and you seem to lose it.
Johnson and Marino have hooked up on 1 touchdown so far. Richard Barth, the kicker for Palmyra. And to return for back deep to return for Delran is Teddy Trump and Manny Mahan, but it's going to be one of the up men. Chris Umbrell is going to get it around the 30-yard line, makes his way across the 35. We're going to cut to the outside, but he's taken out of bounds by Joe Letts. So the Bears will start from their 40-yard line. Defensively for Palmyra, Mike, what adjustments would you make at halftime?
Well, I'll tell you what, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and defeat that line. I'm going to try and stand them up so my linebackers don't get into the play. They just have been unable to do that. And if you allow the blockers to get off the line past the initial man and get on the linebacker, you're just not going to do anything at all. So it's all up front. Anybody that listens to me on a fairly regular basis knows I believe the game's won right there in the front by both offensive and defensive lines anyway.
1st and 10 from the 37. I formation. Johnson catches made. Across the 45, the 46, 8-yard pickup. Harmon in on the stop. Perkins helping out as well.
Nice beginning play of the second half, isn't it? You just take a look when you come out as the quarterback and see if Bourne is open, if the defender's playing off you. And if you really run it well, if you get coordinated, the pattern that he runs will be dependent on where the defender. So see how far back the defender had been moving on him at that time, Perkins, number 32. He should just get down and hook, and your quarterback's going to know that's what he's going to do. Look at this run.
Mahan, first down and more inside the Palmyra territory to the 38-yard line.
Balance offensively. Run the ball, throw the ball. If you throw it successfully, you're going to be able to run that much better. That time, Brown getting through, looking for a block, and he doesn't even find anybody until downfield. 39-yard line. Best run of the evening for Manny Mahan.
Mahan finally brought down that time by Rios.
So important for a sophomore to have a couple of good games early in the season. Then he becomes a junior mentally, at least, and you don't get the kind of errors and mistakes you anticipate out of sophomores.
1st and 10 from the 38. Johnson going for it all, but the pass is well overthrown. Looking for Marino. Hunt shadowed him step for step. Sets up 2nd and 10.
Love the way they're challenging Hunt, one of the best defensive backs in the conference, and Johnson has gone at him almost all the time, looking for Marino, playing games with one another over there. Johnson that time actually got rid of it too soon. Had to give Marino a chance to clear.
It's been a tough afternoon for Hunt trying to get things going. 6'3", wide receiver, defensive back. 2nd and 10 for Palmyra. For Delran, ball at the Palmyra 38-yard line. This time it's Brown who has 2 touchdowns. He makes his way for 2 or 3. Tackled by Harmon. Sets up 3rd and long. Close to the 35-yard line of Palmyra. Minute and a half going by nearly. 3rd quarter, 28-7 Delran.
Next time they have a 3rd and short, you may want to see Johnson turn and fake that ball to Brown and then step back and then lift the pass downfield, because they are now so used to Brown handling it. Whenever the quarterback turns and puts the ball in his belly, they would just collapse, I think, and leave somebody open, maybe the tight end going straight down the field.
3rd and 7. They got to get to the 28-yard line of Palmyra for a first down. Flag comes down as Johnson rolls out left. Across his body, and it's complete to Brown. He juggled it, but he's down to the 15 to the 14-yard line.
Good vision by quarterback Johnson on that play. Again, he had to look. I'm sure Brown was not his #1 receiver, probably looking downfield for number 5, Bourne. Bourne was covered fairly well by Hunt, who had him head-to-head. It's all for naught in any event because of the motion penalty. Well, watch, Johnson just comes down. He's going to look down, see if Hunt is able to handle Bourne. He is. All right, he's not open. Now, see his head out, just turned. Now he's looking for the other receiver. And he finds Brown wide open in the middle and hits him perfectly.
Penalty,
and finally
repeat the
going
down.
to be handled and taken down by Jose Rios.
21-yard pass play negated
Illegal motion was
on the illegal motion.
Delran. It will be a 5-yard penalty.
A lot of quarterbacking's instinct, but on the other hand, a lot of it's brains. You got to learn those patterns, know where every receiver is. The instinct is to feel, just when to throw it, and whether or not, when you look at a defense, if you can anticipate where there's going to be an opening. But then it comes down to, okay, nothing's there. Where's my second guy? Where's my third guy?
Sets the ball back to the 41-yard line. Johnson will have 3 guys to look for here. 3 receivers on 3rd and 12. And now a whistle. Oh, everything's A-okay. 3rd and 12. They got to get to the 28-yard line for a first down. Brown, the single setback. On 3rd down, Johnson to throw. And Johnson going end zone, incomplete. Interference may be called, and it is. Looking for David Bourne. That time they're going to get Doug Perkins, who pushed him down about the 10-yard line. And the penalty will give Delran a first down.
They'll pick up 15 yards from the line of scrimmage.
What do you have on who?
Changed that penalty a number of years back. I never liked
Lopez.
it. I always felt if you get one downfield, you know, suppose it's a 40, 50-yard play. What we wound up teaching our defensive backs, or if he's beating you, just get down there and tackle him.
We have pass interference, defense.
Get hurt 15 yards instead of 45 or 50.
That's exactly the case here. Had Bourne caught this ball, he might have had end zone.
Well, he had his man beaten and really just got their feet tangled up.
So Delran will take the penalty, obviously. It's just a matter of where they're going to spot the football.
We have pass interference against the defense. Automatic first down.
26-yard line.
A 15-yard penalty from the
15-yard penalty, as you may hear behind me. Public address system. Delran looking for more, already up by 3 touchdowns. A little bit of fog has made its way to Joseph Chinichi Stadium. Shouldn't affect the playing at all. The field is in outstanding shape. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Delran at the 26-yard line of Palmyra.
Now I'd fake the Brown and then throw.
Brown single setback. Let's see if they do it. Johnson's going to throw. Johnson looking over the middle. It's complete to Mahan. Good move. Inside the 20, about the 16-yard line, close to first down yardage.
Went down 8 yards, just turned, took the reception, and then looked to get first down yardage out of it. Comes up maybe a yard shy or so. Just a button hook pattern.
9-yard gain.
2nd and 1.
Well, they're doing a good job of flooding zones, though. There were 3 receivers in that area. Defenders really have to pick out who's going to go to.
On 2nd and 1, Mahan's going to run the ball this time, and he's got the first down.
Raw playing a good game makes the tackle, and you can just see it's beginning to take the toll on him.
6'2", 195-pound senior.
He's been called on so many times tonight.
Got those big shoulder pads.
Ball inside the 10-yard line, so it's first.
This drive so far, 2 minutes and 46 seconds for Delran, opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Started back at their 37-yard line.
A choice to defer at the beginning of the game and get the ball in the second half as they get into the end zone has really paid off for them. A straight-looking pattern of the man.
1st and 10 from the 11. And Mahan hand off. Flag comes down, going left. Maybe gets 1 or 2. Looks like the Palmyra defense starting to tire a little bit, maybe.
They've been out there a while, haven't they?
But this penalty is going to be on Delran, a hold.
Let me tell you, if they get set in the same formation you will find Board split out about 15 yards to the near side, and he has his defender playing maybe 3 to 4 yards, 5 yards at the most off of him. And there's 15 yards back to the inside and no safety. He could just run a look-in pattern. Boom, Johnson could just step back and with that left hand just zing it right in there. It's got to be a touchdown call.
2 touchdowns throwing the ball so far for Johnson. That was a holding call. It's going to be second down. Bring the football back to the 16-yard line. 1st and 15, I beg your pardon, the 16-yard line. They can get a first down without a touchdown. They have to get to the 1. Johnson with plenty of time. End zone, broken up. Looking for Marino, but Hunt was there just in time to prevent the touchdown.
Straight man-to-man coverage all the way that time. That's why Hunt wound up across the middle, even though he's playing on the right corner. Johnson had all the time in the world to try and find somebody. He tried to go to his favorite guy right down the middle of the field. Watch it, and then Hunt will have come across playing man and just tips it away.
Beautiful play.
Yep, from Marino.
I'll bring up 2nd and 6, 2nd and 15. Plays with a lot of confidence out there. High formation, Mahan the deep back. Brown in front of him. Johnson's going to throw. He's being pressured by Piacentini. He gets it away, and it's intercepted by Grimes. Grimes to the 30, to midfield. How far can he get? Grimes being chased and finally tackled out of bounds by Sakali inside the 25-yard line. A huge turn of events there. A flag comes down out of bounds there. Maybe a late hit or a face mask. Nevertheless, wow, what a play.
Remember, we talked about quarterback also has to be smart. This time, Johnson being pressured. Nobody really open, and instead of taking the hit, he decided to throw it downfield, and Grimes came right across the middle and found that football. And the angle pursuit played perfectly by the defense of Delran, or he is going to go all the way to the end zone, and then Sakali finally catches up to him, and I think maybe they'll pick up additional yardage.
On the face mask. Credit Piacentini with the pressure, and Grimes steps right in front of that one, and right in front of his own bench. So it's first down for Palmyra.
They've got to get something out of this, don't they?
Their fans trying to get them going. 3rd turnover of the night. Now each team has committed 3 TOs, turnovers that is. It'll be first down for Palmyra at the 10-yard line. They're just outside it. Grimes, who made the interception, is going to get the pitch, but he's not able to get positive yardage as he's tackled by McNulty. Brown also in on the stop.
Brown got there in a hurry from the linebacking position. His number being called both ways, offense and defense. We expected that before the game, and he's giving us the kind of performance we thought we'd get. Another flag.
We've seen a lot of penalties here in the second half. Let's check this one out. It's going to be a personal foul on the offense. Didn't quite catch that one, honestly. But that's going to hurt Palmyra, who obviously needs to capitalize on that turnover. Down 28-7 here with 7:56 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Let's get the call.
We got a dead ball foul, personal foul against the offense. After the whistle, 15-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Yeah, the important thing here is not only the 15 yards, but it's a dead ball foul, which means they lose the down also. And they wind up with the 2nd and, 25?
Yardage and loss of down, so it's a 2nd and...
Well, that's a double whammy. Really hurts Palmyra with a loss of down. That brings the ball to the 27-yard line, where it will be 2nd and long. Huber forced to put it in the air. Rolling left, being pressured. Going to tuck it under. And he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage by Mark Freeman.
Trump made the play, however, number 9. He doesn't get the credit on the tackle. That guy does, number 52, Mark Freeman. But Trump really put some pressure on. Coming from the right side, you'll watch Trump, number 9, who comes in, hits the blocking back, and really forces the play out.
Loss of 6 on the play.
Trump is the one that forced quarterback Huber out of the pocket and then run down by the big guy.
3rd and 22. They've got to get to the Delran 12-yard line for first down. It'd be 3rd and 21. Huber, this time he's going to roll it right. But he's going to be sacked. Keith Moyer, his 2nd sack of the day. And that sets Palmyra back. Going to be 4th and long, 3rd and long, that is.
Well, we believe they had to take advantage of it and get into the end zone. They won't now, so at the very least, they need a good punt and good coverage to get some field position out of it and hold Delran deep and try to get the ball back quickly. Huber just forced out of the pocket every time he drops straight back. Look at that hit.
Also credit Tremaine Howell, pressure him. Palmyra could not capitalize on the interception, and now Barth will punt it away.
Start to see the enthusiasm waning on the far side, don't you?
And now a high snap. Barth able to field it, get it away. Trump calls for a fair down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Back near the 11-yard line.
Still 28-7 here in the 3rd quarter. Delran leading, 6:12 to go. You're watching high school football right here on the Comcast Network.
What a backyard I had growing up. Incredible museums, the Liberty Bell, Reading Terminal. Of course, as an aspiring rock musician, my backyard grew to include places like the legendary Tower Theater and the clubs on South Street. I often visit my old backyard. I'll take in the scene at Manioc or the scenery of New Hope, and I'll never miss a chance to jam at the TLA. Come play in my old backyard. You'll love it, and I know it'll love you back. That's my Philadelphia. I'm Kevin Bacon.
1st and 10 from the 11-yard line for Delran. Their 2nd possession of the 3rd quarter.
Palmyra has to think turnover down here if they're going to get back into the ball game at all.
Johnson remains in at quarterback. We have a whistle, and Palmyra calling timeout. Apparently not set on defense.
Had only 10 players in there. Finally got Piacentini in, as Miles will walk out and talk to the offensive group.
There's more high school football to come on the Comcast Network. Join us on Saturday night at 11:30 for same-day coverage of Holy Cross and Deptford. The Comcast Network, high school football never had it so good. And our score right now, 28-7. Delran leads Palmyra right here.
That Holy Cross Deptford game should be a real good one. Joe Corby, longtime coach in South Jersey, one of the best, and his team down a little bit a year ago, but always a perennial power. And Holy Cross is ranked as the #1 team south of Trenton this year in what is called the traditional South Jersey area. So that's going to be an outstanding game to watch. Holy Cross, Avon Colburn, the #1 running back in all of South Jersey, being recruited by everybody and anybody.
That's the Delran side. Earlier you saw Bud Maurer, the Palmyra coach, looking for a good play. Standing room only here at Delran, Joseph A. Chinichi Stadium on first down. It's Johnson going up the middle. Fleming, that is, I beg your pardon.
Darryl Fleming.
Getting across the 15-yard line for a gain of 4 or 5. Delran maybe a little more conservative, deep in their own territory.
Fleming, one of those seniors that's not starting at this point, but has real nice size, 6'2", 215 pounds. That's a load at the high school level in the backfield.
Fleming was penciled in to be the starter in preseason, had a couple injuries. They took him out, now back in the lineup. He remains in the game as the fullback in the eye. Brown in front of him on 2nd and 5 from the 16-yard line. Johnson, the quick handoff going to Brown, and Brown's got room to run. Across the 30 to the 35, midfield, and finally forced out of bounds by Rios inside Palmyra territory at the 42-yard line. Gain of 42 on the play.
You wondered when it was going to happen. He's been banging for 3, 4, 5, 6 yards inside. This time he just gets by that linebacking core who's really messed up, and then good block made downfield, and it's just a foot race, and Rios has more speed than Brown is able to get to him, but that's a big run for a fullback.
Eric Brown with 2 touchdowns, adding to his total there. 4 yards shy of the 100-yard plateau.
What you like about him, he's not satisfied. He comes off, he's upset with himself that he didn't get the touchdown out of it.
That's Justin Brooks. Eye paint, kind of smearing off there. I didn't quite see a flag on the play, but
Clip.
a clip.
Offense. Still first down. Ready?
Well, took a lot of luster off that play in any event, but it's really not going to detract from it in terms of a beautiful play.
Negates the run officially, though. And this time it's Howell getting a carry, going up the middle. Gain of 1, maybe. Parkins in on the stop. Number 51 for Palmyra. 5:04, 5:03 to go, third quarter. Delran enjoying a 28-7 lead.
About the best thing for Palmyra at this point is that their back is to the scoreboard, and they don't see that time slipping away so quickly. They still play with some enthusiasm. If the scoreboard were at the other end and are looking at it, they'd be saying, uh-oh, we're running out of time.
I'm sure they're aware, though, of course. I formation, 2nd and 9.
Look for that looking pass.
From the 36. There it is. Johnson to the sideline. Complete to Bourne. Out across the 45 and the 46 in front of the Palmyra bench. Close to first down yardage in the measure on this play.
Anticipate it when they come out and sat, the way I was able to do at that time, because the defensive corners are playing off so far that it's just leaving that play on that quick turn. Now look how long it took for the defensive back to get there. Doug Perkins is back off around 15 yards. On the near side, Marino had a similar situation, but had more running room to the inside, and may have been the better choice. The difference here is you got the left-handed quarterback is going to look almost naturally to the left side first.
Teddy Trump, the junior, was in for a couple series in the second quarter, but Johnson leading the team right now. It is a first down.
Trump's done a great job defensively. Looked pretty decent when he came in at quarterback. Miles has to be very, very happy with his quarterback situation.
Absolutely. Got a senior and a junior. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line for Delran. Marino in the slot. I formation, and it's Fleming up the middle inside Palmyra territory. First down yardage to the 42-yard line before Rios makes another tackle. Gain of 12 that time. And now Delran really taking over the line of scrimmage.
If they're spending the first half of the first game on the bench, this senior has to love that play. That's his first really big run of the senior season for him. I like his size.
205 pounds.
We got the speedster Mahan, who's been taking his place. Got the start tonight. Fleming, a little experience there, was able to slice back to the inside off the block.
Mahan, a smaller, quicker runner. Fleming, much bigger. 1st and 10 for Palmyra 42. Pump fake for Johnson. Now going deep. Flags are down. Looking for Bourne. Again, Hunt on the coverage, but they might have got Hunt for holding.
Well, they got 3 different flags in different parts, and I think there's going to be, as you point out, a hold for Delran that may negate the interference penalty against Palmyra. That pump fake really got the defender, who felt just what I told you about before, that, hey, if he's going to beat you, grab him. Don't let him get a touchdown out of it.
Number of flags here in the third quarter.
Busy guy right here. Let's listen to him.
Steve Lopez.
We have a hold against the offense. We have a pass interference against the defense. They're all setting penalties. Repeat, first down.
One of those good old-fashioned do-overs.
Interference again.
Here we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, man. Good thing he did not have a sneeze coming. He couldn't get that hanky out.
So the play negates. Again, 1st and 10 for Delran at the 42-yard line of Palmyra. In the eye, it's Fleming. Fleming inside the 40 to about the 38. Gain of 4. Delran eating up some clock. 3:33 to go, third quarter. 28-7 they lead.
4 yards here, 5 yards there, 4 yards here. Most importantly, a minute here, a minute there, a minute here, a minute there.
Take a look at some of the fans. That's the Delran side, the near side.
Waiting for some more excitement. Now they got their excitement with the 28 points. They'd love to be brought to their feet again with a big play.
All the scoring coming in the first half. Inside handoff Brown. He's got 2 of those touchdowns. He's got first down yardage. Still on his feet, Eric Brown to the 5-yard line. And finally dropped there. Greg Grimes, a touchdown-saving tackle.
Looks like the old counter tray from the Washington Redskins with John Riggins. Look, you just turn, counter action, come back off the trap block. Excellent one thrown that time by number 75, Ashton. And he finds it. You don't anticipate this kind of running out of a fullback.
33-yard line. So Brown, who had a
There we go.
42-yarder negated earlier, this time gets credit for the 30-plus yard run.
I'll tell you, that's just absolute perfect timing and perfect read by Brown. Had to wait for that trap to be thrown, had to find where it was going to be, and then find the opening back to the inside. He's, what, up 90 yards, looking for a 100-yard night?
2 touchdowns to a number of offensive weapons for Pete Miles' club, but now a fumble on the snap. Johnson, I believe, able to dive on top of it. That was first and goal at the 5. It'll set up second and goal for Delran.
Bring Mahan back in the ballgame, and they line up in the power I to try and get an extra blocker, but doesn't work if the quarterback doesn't get the snap, and the exchange is not satisfactory between center and quarterback. And now Palmyra with an injured
Injury
player.
timeout. Delran has recovered that fumble.
Let me see what happens in the inside here. Somebody gets their ankle turned.
Aaron Allen is the Palmyra trainer. He comes out onto the field. The injured player is Nick Burkholder, 5'11", 170 junior defensive end. Jason Barr, Mike Linder with you here from Joseph A. Chinichi Stadium, 28-7 Delran, all the scoring in the first half.
You keep talking about this Chinichi. Who is that Chinichi guy?
Superintendent.
That's right. Former superintendent really led Delran to greatness and academic excellence, which is their key, like so many high schools in New Jersey. He got the honor of having the stadium named after him.
Burkholder still down on the field. Delran offense getting a breather. They have dominated the third quarter, keeping the Palmyra offense off the field. Now Burkholder trying to get to his feet. Join host Mick Moningoff for the area's hottest high school sports magazine show, Scholastic Sports Weekly, Wednesday night at 7:30, only on the Comcast network. You can also get that Thursday morning at 10:30.
Is that the only 2 times you watch your? Is that the only 2 times you see Mick?
I think it's on a couple more times, but I don't remember right now. I think it's on the weekend. Friday at 11:30 at night, I just remembered.
All right.
And I believe Saturday as well.
So you see it about 4 times. You got to get a life. Once is great. I love Mick one time.
It's a good show.
Absolutely is.
Second and goal from the 5 for Delran. Brown looking for his third touchdown and getting it. Eric Brown gives Delran a 34-7 lead. This time a 5-yard run. His earlier TDs from 5 and 2 yards as well.
Well, we can't end expecting an outstanding defensive game by Brown. He certainly had that, but that has taken a backseat to the offensive contribution that he's made tonight. Being one of those games he keeps for the scrapbook.
Ryan Molinaro trying to make it 5 of 5. And this one's blocked. So the point after fails this time. But Delran enjoying a 34-7 lead, as you see right there, 2:23 to go. Whereas Sean Hunt, one of the top players for Palmyra, been trying to get something going. Not able to do so so far. Another opportunity when he returns this kickoff. Hunt has a cousin, Corey, who's a freshman on the Palmyra team. Corey, a very promising prospect, 6'2", 175 pounds. An inch shorter than his cousin, Rashawn, you see there, but
give him time.
Still not finished growing, probably.
Give him time. What happens here?
No, it was Hunt who blocked it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why we were seeing Hunt on the monitor.
The good ones keep right on playing, no matter what it says on the scoreboard, and this is one of them, this young man.
Molinaro once again sets up to kick off.
Here we go. Same old play. Smash right. Bang. Find the hole. Boy, that is nearly a duplicate of the first touchdown run of the evening. Same thing. Everybody blocked down. You find the hole. It's either going to be inside or it'll be to the outside, and then you only have to beat the defender in the backfield, and you've got an 8-yard head start.
We're still not done.
Getting a drink of water, and when he puts his head down, he is tough to stop.
Still not done yet. I wonder if he knows he needs 5 more for 100.
Hunt from the 7. Stumbles. Turns one way, then the other. But is brought down by Chris Alishek. Outside the 20 to about the 23-yard line.
34-7, 2:13 to go. As we see the 9-play drive, they won at 8 up that time. Nearly 90 yards, 89-yard drive. Brown finishing it off. But
two long drives by Delran here in the third quarter. First one resulted in an interception, but they have really killed a lot of the clock. 2:13 to go in the third quarter, 34-7 Bears.
If I'm Palmyra, guess what? I'm going to go back to my original game plan, running the football, run that offense the way we had anticipated it. You know, I'm not going to just drop back and throw 3, 4, 5 straight times. I just don't think he's going to be effective doing that. And they'll get 5 yards here probably with the defensive penetration in the middle of the line. Tremaine Howell, number 6.
With some movement. Line of scrimmage was the 23.
Got a dead ball foul. Encroachment on the defense, 5 yards, still first down.
Encroachment called against Delran, 5 yards penalty.
And now with first and 5, maybe here's an opportunity to throw the ball deep.
Well, the old saw is that when you have to throw, you better throw short, not long, because you expect that the first thing the defensive backs are going to do is take that 1-2 step backwards and try to keep everybody in front of them. You can't usually get it in one play if you're going to throw when you have to throw. And this is what I do. I just run the football and work on our, we're going to have a 15-yard penalty, maybe even a
flag on the play.
There's an unsportsmanlike call here.
Flag comes in after the Grimes run.
We'll watch it.
And here's why the penalty was called.
Sportsmanlike.
Hunt and Trump really going at it real well.
15, first down.
Now watch it, just lock horns and then.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Those are two of the better players on each club. You don't often see those players with such skill committing the penalties, but that one is going against Delran, going against Trump. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Palmyra. Line of scrimmage going up to the 48-yard line. Under 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Palmyra down by 27. And this handoff going to Rios. And Rios can't shake one guy. He's tackled down on the play by Tucker. Behind the line of scrimmage. Palmyra has not had a lot of success running the football, and now we've got a player down on the field.
Injury timeout.
We're looking for a signal.
Starting to take its toll now. You know, the hurts are worse when it's 34-7. You're going to get the bumps. You're going to get the bruises. This is not to indicate that the, you know, you hope it's not a real bad injury. You hope it's just maybe a sprain or a strain. But any bump or bruise is a lot worse when you're down 34-7. Here's a couple of guys that we could say offensively were the
Want to keep pace with the Comcast Network? Do it on the web, www.comcastnetwork.com. You'll get schedules, show topics, hot news, and more. Nick Burkholder has already been taken to the sidelines for Palmyra, another injured player there. You take a look at Johnson and Brown, the 2 stars offensively so far for Delran.
They'll be checking that website, see if the statistics from this game are put on it this week. That's a good idea.
Be a pretty big website.
Yeah, for Brown particularly. Huh? Johnson got the haircuts that are back in vogue now. I'm thinking about getting one of them.
A lot of reason to smile for quarterback Jeff Johnson. 2 touchdowns throwing the ball and 3 touchdowns running for Eric Brown. 2nd and 9, just inside midfield.
Flag on the play.
Little movement on Delran, but he never, I don't think, got into the neutral zone. And then the right guard or right tackle for Palmyra came partially up out of the stance. It should go against the white and the red.
Ball start on the offense, 5 yards, still 2nd down.
That'll make it 2nd and 14. 1:23 to go third quarter, 28-7, Palmyra trail. I think now Palmyra's going to have to put the ball in the air. Here you see they've hurt themselves 9 penalties, 6 for Palmyra, 9 for Delran.
Can't get any rhythm established with the penalties and the turnovers.
That's the single setback. The pass behind the line of scrimmage goes to Hunt, looking for room to run. Gets across midfield to about the 49.
Saw that play in the first half. Liked it then. The old, give it to Rashawn and see what he can do with it. and he usually does something positive. Now Huber even starting to limp a lot.
Huber's been pressured a number of times so far in this game. Delran defense, we mentioned earlier, Eric Brown, who runs the ball at 3 touchdowns, also calls a lot of plays as a linebacker. That's Joe Cicali right there, the junior who's made some big plays tonight.
Tommy Bart, 33, getting some action now in place of Brown. That's where Brown was. You have Cicali and Brown as middle linebackers, real good defensive players, and that poses problems for any running game inside the tackles.
On 3rd and 7, Huber forced to throw it to the near sidelines, incomplete, sets up 4th down. That was not the play that Palmyra wanted there.
Well, it wasn't the result in any event.
Huber limping a little bit there. Now, 4th down, they may just go for it here.
They're midfield.
26 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. 4th and 7, they've got to get to the Delran 43 for a 1st down, or the 42 that is. In the eye. Huber the throw, and being pressured, Cicali there, but it's going to be Trump who brings him down. Trump and Cicali all over Huber with no place to go, and Delran will take over on downs inside Palmyra territory.
Defensive end, linebacker, outside linebacker, whatever you want to call Trump. It isn't usual you'll see a quarterback playing in that position on defense, but remember, he's the backup quarterback so far this season, and he's doing a super job there. He's got the size for it, the 6'2", 205 pounds. And his uniform fits real well. You notice that? I'm telling you, Jason, you can tell the players by the way the uniforms fit. So you do.
He fills that one out.
Yep, you come out before the game, you watch the warm-ups, you can pick out the good ones.
Last play of the 3rd quarter, possibly, and a give going up the middle. I think it was Tom Bart, the reserve running back, who got the carry that time. It is Bart, his first carry of the evening.
Gain of about 2 yards.
Gets about 2 yards as the clock winds down in the 3rd quarter.
And that is the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score 34-7 Delran.
34-7 Delran. It was 28-7 at halftime, a touchdown in the 3rd quarter as they've opened up the lead some more. 34-7 Delran. You're watching high school football on the Comcast Network.
Next, Billy.
I found all kinds of things on this totally cool new website called InTheGardenState.com. It's got all kinds of rad stuff about our area. You know, dining, travel, business. Like my mom used it to find a new job. Dad used it to get directions and a map. And my dorky sister uses it to find out what's on TV. And me, I go right to the sports. Whatever you do, don't tell anybody about it because you'll never get on your computer again. InTheGardenState.com. So simple, even an adult can use it.
We begin the 4th quarter. Delran enjoying a 27-point lead.
Yeah, the high school football on Friday nights, you know, the guys that play on Saturday, they listen to the cheerleaders.
The cheerleaders had their sweaters on earlier, taking them off. Lots to cheer about so far for Delran.
Well drilled, well practiced, well performed. Finish that point. Friday night football, you know, half the coaches love it because they get a chance to come out. They play on Saturday. They get a chance to watch 2 teams that they're going to match up with this season. And Delran is probably going to scare a few of the coaches in the stands tonight by their performance.
Johnson still in at quarterback. It's Fleming getting a carry. He's tripped up as he goes left. Ed Morehouse brings him down. There's Sean Hunt there as well.
Morehouse did an excellent job of slicing through between a couple of tacklers or blockers and make the hit. Took Fleming off stride.
Fleming, one of a number of backs who have run the ball for Delran so far tonight. That includes Mahan. Of course, Eric Brown has got the 3 touchdowns. Tom Bart, who's in the game, has ran the ball as well. 3rd down from the 38, 3rd and 10. Johnson, quick delivery. He's got Marino. Marino's got to fight for first down yardage. Comes to the near sideline. Flag is down. Marino is dragged out that time by Timothy Johnson. Close to the first down marker, I believe a little bit shy. Let's check the flag. Here's the Delran van. Illegal man downfield against Delran.
Illegal man downfield.
Palmyra will accept the penalty.
Five yards, repeat the down. We have an eligible receiver downfield against the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty for the previous spot. Repeat the down, third down.
You got it.
Opening minute, fourth quarter, 34-7 Delran. They've eaten up a lot of the clock. 2 very long drives in the second half, one of them resulting in a 5-yard Eric Brown touchdown run. It's going to be 3rd and 15 here. Ball at the 43-yard line of Palmyra. They're going to the 28-yard line is where they have to get their first down. Fleming, the fullback in the eye on play action. Johnson, he's got his man. It's complete. Trump. And Trump is down short of a first down at the 36-yard line. McSweeney in the top, 7-yard gain. Sets up 4th down.
Trump comes up limping. Lots of time. What a key. What a beautiful way to have to throw a football when you can just get back in that pocket and stand there.